What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to share with you a niche research strategy where you can find an endless amount of low content book niches. So, welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you a niche research strategy to find endless amount of niches for your low content books. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is put together a little slideshow over in Canva. So let's pop over to there so we can take a look. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is just put together a few slides so I can share with you and so that you can hopefully grasp this concept, because once you understand niches, book types and demographics, there's literally an endless amount of niches for you to research. So what we need is the niche, then we need a book type, and then we need a demographic. All this is interchangeable and you can come up with so many different types of niches for different types of books. So let me go ahead and share with you exactly what I mean. First of all, we're going to need the niche. So let me just think of a niche. I've already done this, so that niche would be basketball. So now we have the niche, basketball. Now we need the book type. What type of book is it going to be? Is it going to be a notebook, a journal, a composition notebook, a colouring book? Well, let's go with colouring book. So now we have basketball, colouring book, and now we need the demographic. Who's this book going to be for? So it's going to be for toddlers. So now we have basketball, colouring book for toddlers. Now, like I said, all this is interchangeable and you can come up with so many different types of niches. So let's do this again. So we need the niche. Let's go with teacher. Teacher niche is actually a pretty big niche. Then we need the book type. What type could we do? Well, we could go for a notebook. And then we need to know who's that book going to be for. So we have a teacher notebook for women. So again, now we have the teacher notebook for women. Again, all this is interchangeable. You need to find niches and then you can combine that with a book type and then demographic. So with niches, niches are absolutely everywhere. And most niches fall under the book types which I'm about to share with you. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is got a few low content book ideas just here. I've made in bold the books where this strategy works the best with. So we have journals, notebooks, composition notebooks, primary composition notebooks, colouring books, activity books, and potentially puzzle books. So with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with these 7 book types, you can do this strategy and find an endless amount of niches. Now, once you have your book type in mind, whether that's notebooks, composition notebooks, colouring books, you need to understand how to find niches. And with niches, they're absolutely everywhere. What we can do is use Google to find lists of hobbies, sports, animals, pets, food, jobs. Within these different types, there's lots of different niches. So with hobbies, you've got basketball, skateboarding, knitting, crocheting. Any type of hobby can be turned into a no content book. So there's hobbies, sports, there's lots of different sports, along with animals and pets and food and jobs. We can use Google to unearth all of these niches and then combine them together with a demographic and a book type. There's literally thousands of niches for you to find. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is just go over to Google so I can show you a little bit more on exactly what I mean so you can really grasp this concept. So here we are in Google. All I've typed in is list of hobbies. And you can see there's going to be lots of different ones out there. Writing, cooking, gardening, knitting, photography, dance, drawing, sewing. This is just a small fraction of the hobbies out there. And with these hobbies, you can combine with book types. So let's go back over to here. You can combine all of these hobbies with one of these book types just here. So you could do, let's go over to the hobbies again, sewing. So we could go here, a sewing notebook for women. If we go back, we could do hiking. So if we go back to here, a hiking journal for men. There's lots of different ways that you can go about this, but it all comes down to those 3 points. Your niche, your book type, and who's the book for. So let's go back over to Google, because like I said, you can do list of hobbies. You could do lists of sports. You could do lists of food, jobs. There's so many great ideas out there, but you have to do a little bit of research first over in Google to find these niches to see if there's actual demand over on Amazon. So let's take one of these. Let's go with a colouring book and let's go over to Amazon. Let's type in colouring book. Let's change this to all of departments. Type in colouring book. That didn't change, so let's just do that one more time. That's not working, so let's change it to that. And then let's change that back. There we go. So let's type in colouring book. Now, if we go back over to Google, we can have a look at these hobbies. So writing, cooking, gardening. Okay, so let's take gardening. I wonder if there's a gardening colouring book, or I wonder if there's people searching for a gardening colouring book. So let's do gardening. I spelt that wrong. Gardening colouring book. Look at that. So right off the bat, we can see there's a few different keywords which people are searching for. We have gardening colouring books for adults, for kids, or kids ages 4 to 8. So if I were to create a colouring book, let's just type 4. We can do gardening, which is the niche. Colouring book, which is the book type, and then who's it for. We have a few different choices. We have adults, kids, or kids ages 4 to 8. Let's type in adults, and then I'll just start researching this niche to see if it's something worth pursuing. Now let's just give that a second to do its thing. Gardening colouring book for adults. Look at that. There's only 1,000 results. Now ideally what you can do is use SPT's Chrome extension, their niche score Chrome extension, and with this, let's just give that a second. I've just clicked on it up in the top right hand corner, but once you have this Chrome extension you can use it to do niche research, and it's going to tell you if a niche is profitable. There we go. We can see that I haven't got mine turned on, but I would turn this on and then I'd start doing research on these types of keywords. Right off the bat, gardening colouring book for adults looks okay because there's only 1,000 results, but again, I'd want to dive deeper. But this is just one example of thousands of different niches that you can create, or research should I say. Just one example of thousands of different types of niches out there. Again, if you use this strategy, let's go back over to here. In fact, let's go on to this one just here. Using this strategy, you want your niche, your book type, then your demographic. You can just find so many great niches because there's thousands of different niches. We know that through lists, sports, food, animals, pets. There's literally thousands of niches, and then there's lots of different book types as well, and then there's demographics, so you can target women, men, boys, girls, adults, toddlers, kids. You can do age brackets as well, 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, and things like this. So really grasping this concept of your niche, your book, and your demographic, you're going to come up with an endless amount of niches. Now, just because you find an endless amount of niches doesn't mean that they're all going to be profitable. Far from it. You'd still want to do your research over on Amazon using whichever tools that you prefer. But That's what research is all about. Research, 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 and create books around what people are actually searching for. We know if people are searching for that keyword because Amazon auto-populates it. We can see here Amazon has auto-populated gardening colouring book for adults because that's what people are searching for. If no one was searching for that, then Amazon wouldn't auto-populate it. So let's do gardening colouring book for a monkey. Now, just give that a second. Let's click off there. If we do this, look, there's no keywords because no one's actually searching for that. Now, all it's done is pulled up the other related keywords for kids and adults, but there's no one searching for a gardening colouring book for monkey because obviously that's not really a thing. But as soon as we take away the monkey, we can see what people are actually searching for. And again, there's an endless amount of niches out there. So let's go on to here for a second. We can do this strategy with the journals, notebooks, composition notebooks, primary composition notebooks, colouring books, activity books, and potentially puzzle books. So with composition notebooks, that could be a dog composition notebook. Or let's do a colouring book. Dog, which is the niche, book type, colouring book, who's it for? Let's do toddlers again. So that would be a dog colouring book for toddlers. Again, there's literally an endless amount of niches for you to unearth and find just by using this strategy. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.